Hello everyone, and this video is going to be about a blast hammer build. I have actually used this a couple times myself. It's really fun. I don't know how uh, good it really is in the grand scheme of things. I only played a few uh, minor anomaly investigations, but it was really fun. You break parts super easy. Uh, the blast damage doesn't really help with your knockout damage, but it feels really good when you knock a monster out and the blast proc explodes at the same time. Lot of serotonin. I don't know what the chemical is, but my brain was very happy. So for the hammer itself, we are going for the peak pronged hammer, which is Blood Orange Bishaten's hammer. It is completely maxed out, and I have it anomaly boosted a little bit. I don't have too much on it right now because I just hardcore grinded it a little bit before this video. And for the helm, we are going for the Garen Golem helm. We mostly want this for the Charge Master, but the maximum might and the tremor resistance don't hurt either. For the chest piece, we are going for the Ludroth Male X. This is for the level 4 decoration slot as well as the focus. The stamina surge isn't something that we really need, but it is nice because the hammer goes through stamina quite quickly. Oops, excuse me. For the gloves, we are going for the Garen Golem gloves. This is again for the Charge Master and the focus. The Charge Master is something we actively want because when you charge up your hammer, the charge attack has increased status and element buildup. This is very important for this build, as otherwise the hammer does not really hit consistently enough to really warrant using ailment weapons. For the waist, we are going again for the Rathalos Coil X. This gives us 2 points into attack boost, 3 points into windproof, and 1 point into critical boost, though the critical boost is wasted on this build. I have not invested into crit chance at all, which I guess kind of sucks, but yeah. And then for the Greaves, we have the Golem Greaves. This again is for the Charge Master, and the Slugger and the Stamina Thief are also very nice for a hammer user. As some of you might know, if you use a blunt weapon like the hammer or the shield of the sword and shield or the hunting horn and you are not hitting the head, you are doing stamina damage, which tires the monster out faster. So having those three things together is pretty nice for the hammer. For the Pedalace, I am again using the Underworld Pedalace for stamina reasons. And for my Talisman, I'm using a Divine Talisman with a level 4 decoration slot and 3 points into attack boost. I was considering using my Handicraft one again, but I wanted more big raw numbers, personally. So before I go into the decorations, I would like to ask that you like and or subscribe to this video. It would help me out a lot at the moment, and I hope that the decorations are to your liking. For the peak pronged hammer decoration, I have a destroyer jewel. This is mostly just for satisfaction purposes. One of the main things I really like about the greatsword and the hammer is that they have very weight heavy moves, and when you break apart or the blast proc goes off, when you hit the monster really hard, it is just very satisfying. For the rampage slot, I have a growth jewel, though I would much recommend the anti-aquatic, anti-aerial, anti-wyvern, or the fanged exploit jewels. I think those would be better depending on the monster that you are fighting. I just have a growth jewel here as kind of like a filler thing, really. For the Golem Helm, I have a Steadfast Jewel. This just makes it so we don't have to worry about getting stunned at all, although unfortunately it does not work on paralysis. And then for the level 1 decoration slot, I have a grinder jewel. This just makes it so we sharpen our weapon in 3 cycles instead of 4. For the Ludroth Mail level 4 decoration slot, I have a hard defense jewel, which brings our defense from 0 to +5, which also gives us a little bit of elemental resistance on top. For the Golem Braces, I have an Emboldened Jewel, which increases our defenses when a monster is enraged, and also gives us resistance to minor tremors, roars, and wind pressure, though the wind pressure doesn't matter because we have the Rathalos Coil, which gives us max windproof regardless. For the next level 2 decoration slot in the gloves, I have a KO Jewel. I figured we already have 2 points into Slugger, why not just max it out? When it is maxed out, we get a whopping 40% bonus stun power chance, so you're knocking the monster out that much more often. I don't think you really need the last Slugger Jewel, I just did it because I felt like it, really. If you have something here that you would like better, like maybe another Emboldened Jewel, or... Ooh, actually the Blast build-up might be a little bit better. If you have a Blast Jewel, I would recommend putting that in. I didn't even know I had a Blast Jewel, so here's to hindsight, right? The level 1 decoration is a Spirit Bird's Call. I like slotting this in wherever I can because it's just a nice little set and forget kind of skill. You know, you just put it on and then it procs when it procs during the hunt. It's just a nice little bonus. For the coil, I have a Sprinter Jewel. This means when you are holding your charge on your hammer, that stamina drain that it does, it slows down the stamina depletion, so you can hold it just a little bit longer if you really need to. For the Golem Greaves, I have another Sprinter Jewel, just because it helps out tremendously with the hammer, as well as the dual blades, but this is a hammer build. And then for the next level 2 decoration slot in the Greaves, I have a Jumping Jewel, just to help position a little bit more. And lastly, in the level 1 decoration slot of the Greaves, I have a Grinder Jewel, so instead of 3 sharpened cycles, it is 2 sharpened cycles. For the Talisman itself, I have a level 4 slot and I have a Handicraft Jewel in here. This is just to make the Handicraft go from a little bit of white sharpness to a good amount of white sharpness because I have 2 points of Handicraft in here, I believe. No, I don't. Never mind. I'm crazy. Right? Yeah, I'm crazy. I just have 1 point in a Handicraft. But it still helps out in the long run. And lastly, if you are wondering what the layered armor is, I'm using the Deadeye Revolver because a big gun hammer that hits people in the face and goes boom and makes explosions just tickles my fancy a little bit. If you wanted to do something more blast oriented, you could go with the Teostra Crater Gouger. You could go for let's see, where is it? You could just go for the Peak Pronged Hammer if you really want. You could go for the Royal Order's Bludgeon. There's a lot of things you could really do for this hammer. Actually, that hammer looks kind of nice. I'm just using the Deadeye Revolver because I think it fits the blast thing a little bit more. It makes it look like I'm shooting out gunshots when I hit monsters in the face. Well, I hope this video serves you well. I hope you have a wonderful day, evening, or night, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.